So are you going to race the Supra again this season?
Yeah, dude.
Hard change on topic, but are you going to race
Yeah.
the Supra again? Is Don okay?
So, yeah, anybody that does know Don Somerton, owner of Accelerated Performance, he had a bad incident in his shop working on a Lexus SC300. It's sort of unclear what happened, but it sounded like a fuel line was off, a relay got triggered, a spark happened, and he was in the trunk area, and gas shot out, and he caught on fire and got burnt bad. So you think about a guy that has, he's been working at a shop since the early 2000s, never had an incident, right? And I think we all kind of get into this mode where, nothing can happen. Mm-hmm. And then to have a guy with that much experience have something like that happen, it's just a real eye-opener. And so we are going to race the Supra again this year, which is awesome. Last year there was a lot of tough breaks with the car. And we're also adding fire suppression, like a really serious fire suppression to it.
Yep.
I'm already no-maxed out. I got the gloves, I got the suit, I got the neck sock,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get the face thing that goes in there because it is on methanol with a little bit of nitro. So 5% nitro.
I have a fire suppression in my car.
Yeah?
I've always had it. I swear by it.
Yeah, that was something that I thought about doing early on with the car, but it required so many other things before then. It was like, this whatever $2,500 investment,
Yeah.
it can be spent other places.
It was more and more. I mean, mine, I used it 2 weeks after I put it in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to pull the bottle 2 weeks after it was in.
My gosh.
Yeah, it's quick. The first outing.
Is it the FM 2000 stuff, or what do you have? CO2?
It's CO2 based, so it's clean.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to clean up anything. But even though the car was still running and driving, you couldn't race it anymore because now you're like, well, now I don't have a fire bottle any.
Right.
Now you got an empty fire bottle, so you're like, shit.
You almost need another fire bottle too in case
you
that
need
happens.
a backup one.
Right.
But yeah, the CO2 is nice because it's clean. Doesn't get anywhere, doesn't make a mess, but you can't breathe when you pull it. So
that's a scary thing. And CO2 replaces the oxygen in your lungs, so if you do breathe it, it's actually worse.
Not fun. You have quick time. You got to get out quickly. Mm-hmm. So Supra, still racing it. What events maybe?
Yeah, the Supra's coming back out. It was ready to go at the midway through last season, but there
You guys
was
switched to the single turbo.
Yeah, so switched to single turbo. Last year went to a single turbo. Or no, in 2022 went to a single turbo for World Cup.
Okay.
So it's just the 94.9 millimeter precision, next gen, whatever.
And it went, 680s, right?
Yeah, it went 680 and when it exploded at 1,000 foot. So it was going, I think it was 210 or 211 at 1,000 foot mark. So it's probably it's a high 22 teens run.
You could put a radiator in that thing and take it on Zig.
I just had this conversation with Don. He does not want to do any driving at all.
Well, you could just hang out and ride.
Yeah, that does sound cool to me, but it's not my car. So
it definitely isn't easy.
no, that would be tough with that. It's a dry block, so it'd have to have a whole new engine.
Things would have to be changed for sure, but it would be cool. My tuner Alpha was just posting about wanting to do Sick Week in a car.
Yeah. I think it's a new thing. It's kind of a newfangled deal, and it changes the sport a lot, especially when you have guys like Jeff Lutz and Brent LaSalle out there just killing it.
Right, and when it's a week long and you see people repeatedly, you're like kind of get to know them. Everybody, everything was just so chill the whole week.
I just have to bookmark that was the episode's first Brett LaSalle mention. There's been a Brett LaSalle mention on all 75 episodes I've done. So that was the one.
No way.
I think almost at this point there has been. It's close to.
The guy's killing it, so it makes sense.
It's just hilarious because everybody, I had Clay Milliken, Top Fuel driver.
The last guy in the world you think would mention LaSalle, but he is.
Here we go. But yeah, just gotta bookmark
that there.
Down. Keep checking it off. But yeah, obviously what him and Jim Braun did was insane. Shout out to Jim because he's obviously half that team. Mm-hmm. But seeing that makes you think oh shit, that's really difficult. But I really want to do something similar.
Yeah, you go out there and you see these A and B class cars, and it's like, man, I understand how much that costs to do, but boy, would that be a lot of fun. So,
and I think people don't realize too, it's okay to fail.
Yeah,
it's okay to fail Sick Week, and I'm not just saying that because I broke on the first one I did, I'm just trying to make myself feel better here in Cope. But
There was a ton of cars that broke.
failure is an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was 120 in our class when we started.
Yeah, and there was 80. at the
80
end.
some the last day. So
And that was
That's
D-class.
Yeah, those guys should not break.
Right.
Dude, in Orlando the first day, I mean, you were there. How many oil downs was there? There was several times where it was an oil down, re-prep, and then another oil down. I mean, those track prep guys are out there busting their balls.
The first sick week I did, I oiled down the track.
Really?
Yeah. 800 feet on,
You're part of the problem, dude.
trans fluid, converter seal.
I
Just
think I remember that.
I sat at the top end of the track and just sulked. I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to be pulled back. I was like, I am a horrible person.
Yeah, you feel bad.
I felt horrible about it.
Dude, I have a funny story about this. I showed Frank the clip. So rewind back to 2022 World Cup final, right? The Supra, we're trying to get it done all year.
You talked all that shit to Garrett, right?
I did talk a lot of shit to Garrett.
Yeah. I
And
thought so.
it was fun, right? Like, people don't understand.
It was
like,
lighthearted.
Not only that, but behind the scenes, like, we're just actually normal human friends. But everybody puts him on a pedestal, as, you know, if they want
Raced
to.
at his event yesterday.
Right. Yeah. Like, I can talk crap to my friend and joke, you know, and everybody gets so angry about that. I actually got a death threat, which was crazy, from a person wearing a Cletus shirt. Anyway, that's probably not representative of the entire group of
No, it's all of
fans.
them.
You think so?
I'm just kidding. It's just that one guy.
But anyway, so rewind back to World Cup 2022. Do a couple runs, things go wrong, right? Window flies off, breaks the door. We have someone deliver the doors down to Massachusetts, swap the doors back on it. I forget what else fails. Doesn't matter. The last run that we did, the water tank exploded, and it filled up the entire cab with steam of the car. And when that happened, the announcers roasted me so hard.
Yeah.
They were like, he should have pulled right over. That's unsportsmanlike. And, you know, 100 Hondas that weekend oiled down the track. Everyone's like, oh, okay, you know, that's fine.
Oh, Honda.
Right. But, you know, me, idiot, and the Supra goes out, gets water on the track, and I can't see, and I'm racing the T1 GTR full carbon. Like, I'm not just going to start trying to drive around. I'm trying to not die.
Yeah.
Like,
in straight.
The
Yeah.
in-cab view that he has is nuts.
It's just
Yeah.
water
It's
and
just
then steam.
It's just solid.
I do recall that.
How he didn't hit the wall to, like,
Yeah.
is the thing.
Yeah, like, just give me a break here, dude. You know? And the first thing I said to the guys when I opened the door, before anyone even roasted me, I'm like, it's just water. It's fine. Like, I don't think water on the track's that big of a deal.
They pull you out of the car. You're off property, bud.
Get out of here, bud.
Well, it happened to Boosted Boys where he leaked so many times on the track that they said, if you leak again, you are kicked out.
Yeah.
You cannot race anymore.
So that's why he went electric.
Yeah. Now he's electric, dude.
Yeah. He's got little pieces of graphite all over the track,
Big EV
dude.
guy now.
That thing was wild. Yeah, that's a crazy.
He won
Yeah, he won the
Dragon
electric
Drive.
class.
Yeah. Dragon Drive last
It was
night.
and Wyatt won the rotary.
I
And they
know.
were both the only.
Hey,
Those
I
are
give it to 'em.
participation trophies.
Yeah, but they chose those cars on purpose.
I know. They have like these sick freak rules that they give like sick freak awards, and if you have like a unique combo, like there's like fastest diesel or
Yep.
fastest, like there was one electric car and one rotary car, and both happened to be Boosted Boys.
Oh, they
Good
knew
for
what they
them.
were doing.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they got a trophy and I didn't.
It wasn't like that was easy for them either, especially Wyatt. Like, that car is fragile, made of
It
glass.
seemed kind of easy for Kyle.
Yeah, well, yeah, you just got to find a place to charge,
Kind
really.
of just drove it and
Yeah.
charged it. not to take too much away from him.
Right. He did have to roll the lips on the fenders, though.
Oh yeah.
So cheetah mode would work. Which, I mean, that was what?
was
10, 20 minutes?
He actually didn't need to because he didn't need cheetah mode.
It's a good point.
He could have went any speed.
It's a great point.
They could have not even floored it down track and still won.
It was funny though watching that van on the line the last time.
Yeah.
The van just sitting there and it just dropped like 3 inches. We're like,
Frank lost his mind.
I'm like, what's going on right now?
It is a cool car. I really like that van. I'm not trying to take anything away from it, but it is fun to poke fun at.
Yeah, he's really doing a good job with that. I think that's a transformative project for him in that channel.
I'm curious what the next step is though on it, because like,
What do? You can't modify, really.
yeah, you're kind of done.
Yeah.
Keep using it. I mean, he was at spectator drags.
Yeah. Thing was crazy.
He took a dive for Garrett. That was nice of him.
Yeah.
He was right out in front of him, and then I saw him hit the brakes. I saw it.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for tuning in to the Bogetti Clips YouTube channel. For the full podcast, check us out on Bogetti Studios YouTube and all your audio platforms. Also, hit that subscribe button to not miss out on any of the new Bogetti clips coming up.